really lose any money, and as soon as you kind of tried it for the first time, you pass and you got a payout.
Made like 6,500 bucks. If you just follow what works and you just don't interpret the market and you just follow it, it works.
You don't have to fix something that's not broken.
If you write down your trading plan and you have the rules and the strategy you're gonna follow, it's as simple as just don't break the rules. And it's the same thing in the army. It's me versus me. I'm not relying on anyone else. This is what I want to do. Like trading was one of those things, or really the only thing that I saw was like, I'm ready to commit 100% to this.
All right, so today, guys, I am here with Jack all the way from Indiana, where I just found out that he is 20 years old, even though this man kind of looks 30. You know what I mean? I literally was just in shock right now, and he has just gotten back home from the army. Bro, thank you for your services, for serving the country and everything you've done. But today we're going to talk about how Set and Forget has helped him make about $6,500 in trading while you were at the army, and how you got about started in your journey. So first of all, first and foremost and everything, thank you for being here today, Jack, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So talk to me, man. Army. So I didn't know. So how long have you been in the army for?
I joined February 1st of 2021 is when I left, and then I just got out like a month ago, March 25th of this year. So about 3 years, joined right out of high school, and just got straight to it, man.
And while you were over there, you were trading as well?
Yeah, so I started trading about a year ago. Last April is when I started. So I had been in the army for about like two years, and was just looking for something to like ease that transition out, and didn't want to work some dumb job. So I was like, I got the time, I got the computer, so let's see what we can make happen. And here we are a year later.
So you went to the army straight out of high school?
Yeah, I graduated in December of 2020, and I left like a month later.
How come?
There was just, I don't know, home wasn't very good, a lot of arguing, a lot of just tension. It didn't really have a plan for myself. So really the only thing I wanted to do was just leave. So the army was, the best and really the only option I had at that time. So I just made that decision and just did it.
So prior to you being in the army, like, did you have any kind of discipline? Because I know that stuff, they get you super disciplined, super like in order and check and all. Is that a bear outside?
Oh no, that's my
Oh,
cat. My bad.
oh shit, bro! I thought that was a bear. I'm like, yo, that's
But
a big ass cat.
yeah, hell yeah.
I have a cat, but my cat is small next to that. Yeah, I thought that was a bear. I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
So when you were going into the army, how was that? Like, because do you think that was an emotional decision in the moment, or are you glad you did it?
Well, I'm 100% like hindsight's 2020. I'm so glad I did it. Like if I would have went to like community college or just done some like dead end job, I would have just been, taking one step forward and two steps backward every day. So I wanted to do something that would set me up later, give me a little kick in the ass. I wasn't always the best kid. I always had a hard time following the rules. So, what better place to go than the military to get you straightened up. So
How did that hit you? Like, how did that confront where you were before?
um I guess honestly, I was just always like an angry kid, just always angry at the world. I don't know why, I just always was. Never had like something that I could, I guess, like call my own and something to be proud of. So I guess like the army was that for me, like something that, I can make my parents proud, make my family proud, go do something for me and, show everybody that I'm not this, disappointment that it looks like from the outside. So it straightened me up. It got me in check. It showed me what hard work, discipline, accountability, all the things that they teach you, what that really looks like. So like I said, I'm so thankful for it. It definitely was an emotional decision. I'm glad I did it, and yeah.
Do you plan to go back or not?
Hell no. So I got so when I signed my contract, it was 8 years. So 3 of those years, like is the active duty, like I'm in Texas, or that's where I was at. I was in Texas. So I did 3 years there. Then the last 5 years is like I'm basically on call. It's called the IR, the Inactive Ready Reserve. So if something were to go on, and they need bodies, I'm one of the many people that are gonna start calling back. So got 5 more years. Hopefully, God forbid nothing happens and I can, continue being a free man and not have to go back, but who knows?
Yeah. Okay, so then inside of your journey while you were there in the army, when did it kind of
Mhm.
just kick into you to get into trading?
Um, I would say, damn. Wait, can you repeat the question? My bad.
So you said you're about 2 years into the army, and then you
Hmm.
decided to get into trading. How did that come about? Why? Because I
Yeah.
personally have a lot of students and a lot of people that follow me that they say that they're in the army, they're in the navy, and they're into trading. So I'm sure it's something
Hmm.
that kind of happens inside of the platoons, inside of the groups that, it's kind of
Yeah.
like, you're all boys at the end of the day, right? So it's
Hmm.
just fucking bunch of guys, and I'm sure a conversation comes up. How the fuck do we make
Yeah.
money? Somebody just,
Hmm.
oh, not right. So how did that come?
Exactly. So, I mean, you probably don't know because you weren't in the military, but like when you're in the army, if you're active duty, like it's Monday to Friday, all day, every day, like it doesn't stop. So if you're looking to make some extra money, your time, you don't have time. You can't go get a second job. You don't really have that freedom to do that. So, you start looking at, ways to make money off your phone or ways to, do whatever and come across trading. I started with options, tried to do options at first, tried to step into that. Um, didn't like it at all. Too much, all the Greeks and all that dumb shit. I'm not a fan of that. So didn't want to give up on trading, but I knew options wasn't for me, and I didn't want to do it. And I came across Forex, and it clicked. It wasn't super complex. The basic, what's a currency pair, what's bullish bearish, like the whole basics was super easy for me to get going and start building some momentum and start to invest myself in it, and then look back and see the progress I made and just keep going and see where I can take this. And that's essentially what I've been doing for the last year, was just thanks to your course and YouTube and other shit like that, just keep going and keep learning and see where I can take this thing.
So you pretty much just kind of like decided, yo, I'm gonna start just trying to make money online while you're there in the army, pretty much. Were you
Hmm.
were you doing it alone, or did you have guys as well that were in it with you?
No, by myself. Like nobody. Honestly, I didn't want to tell anybody at first, like, "Hey, I'm doing this," and look like an idiot and like not be able to do it. So I just kept it to myself. I would just sit in my room after work or on lunch or on the weekends, whatever, and just start piecing it together and just did it by myself.
Interesting. So, I mean, to this point now, does anybody know that you were doing it in there or no?
Yeah, my mom, my dad. My dad's a financial advisor, so he works in the stock market every day, so he's pretty familiar with what I'm doing. So he's clued into it, and my mom as well. But other than that, dude, I don't post it on social media. I just keep it to me, and that's it, man.
And how would you say being in the army helped you in your trading journey? Because I'm sure you obviously you learn discipline in there. Like,
Mhm.
is there anything that you learned from the army that you were able to actually apply to trading, or do you think
100%.
what was that?
Um, in trading, like if you write down your trading plan and you have the rules and the strategy you're gonna follow, it's as simple as just don't break the rules. And it's the same thing in the army. Like you have a way every day, your customs and courtesies, the way you're supposed to look, the way you talk, the way you walk, like you have rules to follow, and they're put there for a reason. So you don't bitch and moan, you don't try to, reinvent the wheel, you just do it. Same thing with trading. You giving me and everybody else in the Discord a strategy that works. All I gotta do is just be a monkey on a computer and simply follow it to a T. I don't need to think for myself. It's written down, it's in front of me, and I just execute it. That's it.
Did you have trouble executing it at the beginning or no?
Yeah, dude. Like I told you, I started trading last year in April, and I didn't buy your course till November of last year. So what's that? Like 7 months. 7 months of fucking shitty YouTube videos and just trying to piece it together, not making any progress. What it felt like, but then bought your course and already kind of had that pre-existing, I guess, basis of knowledge that I could reference off of, and then you just put it together, made it click.
So, I mean, obviously, I'm sure you lost money at the beginning as well, or did you just go demo? How did it go at the beginning? Losing money?
Um, I didn't really lose any money. I was demo all the way up. Let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I bought your course on like a Friday or Saturday. I banged it out in one weekend, and I started a challenge like the next Monday. Because
No
like
shit.
up until that point, like I never had that confidence in myself because I was whether I was like kind of half-assing it or I just didn't really trust the information I was, watching on YouTube or whatever. Just didn't have that confidence. And then I bought your course. I'm in the Discord. I'm seeing people making money. Like this is a legit thing. Like, dude, I know how to like. I've studied the strategy. I know how to do it. I know. Stop wasting my time. Let's just get going. And I bought like I think it was $100,000 challenge in November. Passed it all the way, phase one, phase two in like 2 weeks, and then the 30 days on the funded up until January. I was profitable that whole time. Made like $6,500 on the
That's
funded
crazy.
account.
So as soon as pretty much you completed the course, you started applying the strategy. You passed the
hmm
challenge on the first try, and then you got funded first try.
hmm
That's fucking crazy. I'm just
Dude,
letting you know.
I don't know if you remember, but like that November, like November, early December last year, like dude, everyone was killing it, dude. Like it was win after win after win. Like, dude, I phase one in 1 week, phase two in the next week, and then I was kept my head above water for the 30 days and got paid out. Like, and I was actually up like 13 grand. I was up 13%, and then lost a couple of trades and it went down to like $7,500. But yeah, dude, I was killing it.
No, yeah, I mean, it's what I tell the guys all the time is like, dude, like the market moves in cycles. You know what I mean? There's
hmm
some weeks where it's gonna move good, and other weeks where it's not gonna move good. But
Yep.
also months, like there's certain months that it moves amazing, and certain months where it just doesn't move good. So I'm
Yep.
sure. I guess it was perfect timing for you, getting the course and then just applying the strategy on the challenge during those times. So I mean, bro, that's actually pretty fucking sick. That as soon as you didn't really lose any money, and as soon as you kind of tried it for the first time, you pass and you got a payout. So you kind of have
hmm
like you kind of had the foolproof receipts and the testimony that everything is legit. You just have to apply yourself.
Yeah. 800 to a T. That's it. Like I was saying, like you're a monkey on the computer. The videos are there for you to watch. The content is there. You just simply watch it, understand it, lock it in, and just apply it. You don't need to think for yourself, do whatever. You put it there for everybody to eat. So
Bro, because
just
literally
do it.
what you made seem very easy, or the way you're explaining is something that people will take years to do. Like people won't get funded for
hmm
like 2 years, bro. You know what I mean? Because
hmm
they probably don't have the discipline that you have
hmm
obviously acquired due to the army, and kind of just like realizing that, bro, like you don't have to think, you just have to follow the plan, and that's it. It's not, bro, it's really not that hard if you think about it.
hmm hmm
So
And like
well,
honestly, like what more can you want? Like this lifestyle, like being able to work from home, being able to trade, like dude, what more can you ask for? So if you want freedom and you want success, like dude, trading is the opportunity. That's the lifestyle to go. So just apply yourself and go. Like it's you versus you. It's not you versus anyone else. It's you versus you at the end of the day. So no one's stopping you.
And what would you suggest for somebody out there that doesn't have the discipline that you acquired in order to kind of have the result that you did in that period amount of time?
Um, I would say like you don't know like, out of any given trade which one's the winner and which one's the loser. You have no idea. But when it comes to 100 to 200 to 300 sample sizes of trades over 2 or 3 years and you're a profitable trader, that proves to you that if you just follow what works and you just don't interpret the market and you just follow it, it works. Like you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You put the strategy there and it works, obviously. So you just follow it, and that's it. You don't need to be some waking up at 4 in the morning, going to the gym, David Goggins ass fool to be a trader. Like just don't be a tool, you know?
Yeah,
Don't
that's
break the
fact.
rules because they're there to follow for a reason. The rules are there because they work and it wins. So you changing the rules is just shooting yourself in the foot. So
So now that you get back home, right? What is kind of like your plan? Like, are you working? Are you still doing something for the service? Just full-time trader? Like, what's your status now?
dude, I had a job. I got home, was just like hanging out for like a week and a half, just enjoying myself, and then I got a job. I was working for like 5 days and I quit yesterday. I was like, fuck this, bro. I'm not doing this shit. I'm trading full time. Not doing that shit, bro. So yeah, with full time trading, dude, that's where we're at.
Fire. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna get. So I mean, you're kind of like you just got home, right? How long did you get home?
Like less than a month. It's been like 3 weeks.
So now that you just like, are you living by yourself? You're with the family?
No, I'm at my mom's right now.
Okay, so I mean, bro, because you're
Mhm,
fucking 20, dude. You look like 35, man.
mhm.
What happened? What did they do
Yeah.
to you? You know what I mean?
I don't the stress or whatever, but I don't know. You know,
So now
getting
that
dirty.
did you do yeah. So
Yeah.
now that you're back home, right? So like now you pretty much
Mhm.
have all the free time in the world. You don't really have excuses to not, can't see the markets at certain times and stuff. Like, what plans do you personally have when it comes to trading?
And nothing changes except that this is a full time thing now. You know, still on the charts every day, all day. You know, I'm seeing what's going on. I'm not just because now I can call myself a full time trader. Like that shit's not going to my head. Like I'm still a baby in this shit, and I don't have this grasp to 100%. So just same thing I've been doing, dude. Staying in the Discord, staying on Sunday swings. You know, seeing what everybody's doing. You know, and that's it, dude. Nothing changes.
I love that because like you don't have to fix something that's not broken.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Like you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Like this shit's here for you. You just fucking you're a monkey. You just execute. That's it.
Now, prior to getting the course, what would you say, or if you're still going through it now, because I still face some struggles, like what would you say is the biggest struggle that you have faced or are facing?
Risk management. Like it's real easy. Like 1% every trade. Like you only trading B or A setups, and it's 1% every trade. And that's easy. It's it's easy to follow. But sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You know, you think you're this shit, and you think you got this figured out. You know, you start adding a little bit more lots, and then it comes to bite you in the ass. So I would say for sure, risk management is definitely what I struggle with big time. I wouldn't say big time, but that's yeah, that's number one for sure.
Yeah, because I think that some people see 1% as too little, but it just depends on what number you're looking at it. If you're looking at
Yeah.
1% on 1,000, yeah, it's not much. But if you do 1% on a
Mm-hmm.
million, now
Mm-hmm.
supposedly changed. But yeah, the dollar amount changed, but the percentage amount is exactly the same. So I can see
Mm-hmm.
how that can be obviously a challenge. I had that challenge myself. Now, what would you say would be one of the easier things that other traders are very hard to grasp on that you grasped on pretty early on?
Mm.
Because everybody's different, man. Like some people can
Yeah.
just grasp, for example, market
Mm-hmm.
structure. But there's some people that are 3 months into it and they just fucking don't even understand it still. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Everybody's different.
I would say for sure, like understanding that like the markets are fractal. Like what you're seeing on the weekly is happening on the daily, it's happening on the 4 hour, it's happening all the way down. You just have to understand that when you're changing time frames, like all you're doing is zooming in. So understanding that when I'm looking for that 30-minute shift of structure and that bullish engulfing, all that is like the snowball crest or going over the mountain and starting to go down. That's all it is. Like, and if you look at the 4 hour chart, you can't see it. But when you zoom in on the 30-minute, that's what's going on. Is just that's the beginning of the play. That's when you get in. So like understanding that the weekly, the daily, the 4 hour, all of it works in sync and it's all one moving thing. Just what am I looking for on each time frame? And I guess if that makes any sense, it probably doesn't. But
Oh no, dude, that makes fucking perfect sense. So like you grasped that
Mhm.
on very early on.
Yeah, that was like for sure like the big aha moment for me. Like when
Um,
you're just like sitting there and it's like nothing's making sense and out of nowhere, like oh, there it goes. And
because
then a bunch of other things start to make sense now.
yeah, because like top-down analysis and zooming into all these different time frames, like all you're literally doing is just zooming in and you're just getting more
Hmm.
detailed every single time. And obviously at the beginning, it's like, what the fuck is going on? So it grasping that early on, I'm sure that shit helped, that kind of just like
100%.
shifted everything.
Hmm.
So obviously, this trading journey is very lonely, right? As I
Hmm.
mean, bro, I mean, I'm sure right? Is there anything that kind of helped you throughout that loneliness when you were just there by yourself, just like fuck, like I fucking hate this shit?
I guess everything up until trading, like financially, has always been like an end to a means. Like I've gotten this job just to pay these bills and to work until this day and just do something else, or join the army just to leave home and figure it out and then do something else. Like trading was one of those things, or really the only thing that I saw was like, dude, I'm ready to commit 100% to this. Like there's no one stopping me. No one is sitting in front of the computer, like not letting me get on the computer. No one is like handcuffing me, like not letting me trade. it's me versus me. I'm not relying on anyone else. This is what I want to do. So I'm gonna just give it my all. Fuck what everybody gotta say. It's you versus you, dog. And if you want this shit bad enough, then you're willing to go to the extreme for it.
Now, like, what does your family think of you that you do this now? Like, do they support you? Do they not support you?
Like I told you, my dad's a financial advisor, so he's very financially literate and he understands the risk of trading. He understands what I'm doing. Doesn't doubt me. He just understands. My mom, on the other hand, she doesn't doubt me either, but she just doesn't really see what's going on.
Yeah.
It's just numbers on a screen to her, you know.
Which realistically is not. They're just lines on the screen. You know what I mean? They think it's numbers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so if you were to have to leave one trader, right? So let's say Jack, as soon as he kind of found out that options is not it, or Jack, in his platoon, did you guys have platoons?
Yeah, yep, yep.
So, Jack and his platoon, he's like, yo, fuck this. I want to make money online. Like, what would be the number one piece of advice that you could give him to kind of get through it? Because every single day, new people enter this journey and they don't know what awaits them, right? So you're kind of one of these stories that you had a success really early on. Like, I'm talking, bro, dude, you fucking had a payout in under a year. Like, that's fucking crazy. I didn't figure out the zooming in part until about a year. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it took you about 2 years and a half to see some kind of like, oh shit, this shit's real. You got this shit's real really, really fast. So what would be the number one piece of advice that you would give somebody about to get started?
Number one piece of advice.
It could be technical, it could be psychological, it could be whatever.
Yeah. I'll go with the psychological part. Like whoever's watching this, sitting at home, looking at Alex and looking at me talking on the screen, thinking I'm like some like Harvard graduate, some like Yale. I'm like a super smart guy. Like Alex is over here gassing me up because I got to pay out super quick. Like that's all good and all, but I'm a regular dude. I'm not some fucking fancy guy. Like if I do this, you can do this. Like if you're an able-bodied, clear-minded, literate person, and you understand the English language, you can do it. Like I'm walking, talking proof you can do it. So, like I said, fuck what everybody got to say. Everybody's opinion is just an opinion. If you want it, then it's here for the taking.
So basically, there's no fucking excuses. Like if you really want it, you could do it.
None. Because I'm not relying on someone to, there's no one to rely on. Like I said, it's me versus me. Like, what other job, career field, like, it's you versus you every day. That's it. So that's enough for me to go 100%, you know?
I like that. Jack, bro, I appreciate you, your time, your wisdom, bro. Once again, thank you for fucking serving the country, bro. I hope nothing happens, in the next 5 years, so you don't have to go out there fucking fuck shit up. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, I really do appreciate you and dropping this wisdom for everybody, bro. Thank you, man.
Yeah, appreciate you having me on, man. Thank you.